Welcome seekers, you have made it to the Tarot Magicians channel. My name is Ricky and today I bring you another pick a card tarot reading. Now we are going to talk about your future husband, seekers, your future husband, everything about them. Now, everything about them means career, habits, goals, ambitions, their personality. As much information as the cards reveal, I will provide you with that. All right, now before we get started, seekers, I want to remind you to sign up to my Patreon. My dream is to be able to bring the magical message of spirit to others using the transformative power of the tarot. The best way that you seekers can help me do that is by signing up to my Patreon. You will also unlock many benefits like exclusive weekly pick a card videos. They're released every Saturday. Also, you'll have access to any behind the scenes footage and also a chance to be entered into the monthly raffle to win a free private reading with me. Thank you for your love, your support, my beautiful future patrons. The link is going to be in the description below. Thank you. Now, in front of you, seekers, you have three groups. You have group number one, and for group number one, this is a stone associated with it. This is a dragon seeker, this is a dragon seer stone. There we go. Dragon seer stone. So this is for group one. This is for group two. This is the moon. This is a moonstone. This is for group number two. And then for group number three, you have the turquoise stone. All right, so go ahead and make your selections. I am going to include the timestamps in the description below so that you seekers can fast forward to your groups easily. Go ahead and take a moment and make your selections now. Welcome, group number one. All right, group number one. So you picked the Dragon Seer Stone. Beautiful stone. Now the card that you see here in front of you is from an oracle deck. This is from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck by Dennis Lin, and it's going to represent, I guess, the theme, just the essence of your future husband. Let's take a look and see what that is. Oh, wow. So we've got playfulness, elves. This is a beautiful card. Beautiful, beautiful keyword as well, playfulness, right? So the energy that's most a part of your future husband is an energy of fun, playfulness, wanting to actually, enjoy everything that they do. So your future husband is someone that's going to want to delight in pretty much every experience that life has to offer. So just imagine, your future husband waking up, and instead of being, upset that they have to go to work or they have to maybe potentially meet some kind of deadline, they're going to be happy. That day is going to be a day of happiness, contentment, joy, fun, excitement, right? So they're going to kind of tackle the day with an energy of joy. And, that's a very, very good energy to be around, because it brightens your day, it highlights your day. It's like, having someone that's always down and upset, that's a big bummer, right? We get down about ourselves. We're always sometimes we don't even know why we're upset, and it's because our significant other, unfortunately, is having a hard time just getting happy, getting joyous. So, with this card, I feel that the person that your future husband, the person that you will marry, is just someone who in many ways highlights the quality of joy and fun and excitement. And so what that means to you is having a person around that makes everything about play. And, that can manifest in many different ways. So, I'm seeing a future husband that plans for vacations. I'm seeing a future husband that will potentially tell you, hey, look, they have a special, or they have some kind of deal going on where we can do this and have and just have a nice little getaway for the weekend, or I'm seeing, for some of you, I'm seeing someone who prioritizes their freedom. So I'm seeing for some of you someone who doesn't like to be held by any kind of societal norm that demands that they go to work a 9 to 5. So I'm seeing someone that likes to play in their career, and what that means is that they make the rules. They have fun, and that fun means that they want to in some ways run the show. So let's go ahead and throw some tarot. Let's see what else we get. We're gonna go ahead and use the Star Tarot for this. Let's go ahead and see what else. I'm gonna shuffle first. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right, so let's talk about their career. Let's talk about their habits. Let's talk about their goals. Let's talk about their ambitions and their personality. Okay. All right. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. So let's put this up here. So group number one, immediately what I'm seeing with your future husband is someone who, number one, when it comes to career, they like to help people. They like to assist people. So it makes a lot of sense why they're so playful and why they have this kind of joyful energy about them, and the reason why I'm saying that they like to assist people through their misery and their torment is because we've got the Nine of Swords in the career part of the spread. And so, you have here a woman who is essentially going through a very bad time. Darkness looms. She's having trouble connecting to the source. There's just so many bad things going on in this woman's life right here, right? So in many ways, what your future husband is going to do is try and help this person unlock that, reach for a place of happiness and joy. And so this is interesting because, it doesn't necessarily mean that he's helping one individual, but multiple individuals, many individuals. So look for, your husband is going to be involved in something that highlights people's day. It encourages them, it illuminates them, it brings them happiness. This can be in a variety of things. We already talked about the playfulness that's always associated with them, the fact that they're filled with joy and happiness. That's an energy that has to be present for someone whose job is to essentially bring happiness and joy to other people's lives. So they have to feel it, they have to live it in order to be able to bring it into existence for someone else. And so it's almost like if, for those of you that I saw this kind of entrepreneurship kind of energy, it's almost like if your future husband, is going to be involved in maybe potentially some kind of podcast or some kind of coaching or some kind of fitness training or some kind of program or something that really just assists people and helps them get through to the other side. Motivational speaker, something to do with that. Now, for those of you who, because I did see for some of you, this person is going to be working for some kind of an employer, potentially the government. I feel like they're going to be involved in bringing families together, in some cases separating families. So it's interesting to see exactly how that's going to take shape. But the next thing that I'm seeing, their habits. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. That's an interesting card. The Wheel of Fortune is an interesting card for habits. And so what that means is that in everything that they decide to do, they're always thinking about progress, right? They're always thinking about, how is this going to benefit me further? How is this going to get me towards the finish line? How is this going to assist me as I move or transition into a new reality? And so they're always thinking of progress. They're thinking of forward moving momentum. How can I get ahead in everything that they do? That's a beautiful thing to behold. You know, sometimes we think of we try and break through many barriers, and we try and not fall towards bad habits or negative habits. This person is the opposite of that. It's like they want to make sure that every habit that they have is going to be beneficial. It's going to assist them. It's going to move them forward. That's big. So next thing, their goals. We've got the Three of Cups reversed, and that's interesting because we already have playfulness. We already know what their career is going to be like. We know what their habits are. So the fact that we've got the Three of Cups reversed is telling me that their goal, their main goal in life is to be happy. All right, so you've got here three people just putting up cups, celebrating the joy and the beauty of life, the bounty of life, just everything that life has to offer, just the beauty of it. You know, this is a card of friendships. This is the card of love, real pure love. This is the card of releasing negativity, releasing old thought patterns that aren't serving you. So this is the card of emotional stability and emotional happiness. So the fact that it's reversed tells me that they're very diligent to avoid this energy of sorrow, this energy that's one that essentially seeks to keep you down. It's one that will unfortunately keep you in a rut, not help you move forward at all. So their goal, their ultimate goal in life is to, in many ways, be happy, be filled with joy, be filled with prosperity. But that prosperity comes from emotional stability. And so that's, to me, that's very beautiful because, you know, this person isn't about just making money. This person isn't about, trying to further their career in the most abundant way possible. No, this person understands that in order to truly be successful in life, there has to be emotional happiness, emotional joy. And so, you know, this is one of the reasons why they're so playful, right? That's the main key word with your future husband, playfulness. And now we've got the Three of Cups as their goal in life. So that makes perfect sense. They want to be happy, happiness, joy. They want to find love. They want to celebrate that love. They want to have gatherings. They want to just have this energy of just contentment in all areas. Beautiful. And so now their ambition in life is the Knight of Cups reversed. And that's an interesting card, very interesting, because it's like with this card, I'm getting three messages. So this is potentially for three different people. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. But there are three messages with this Knight of Cups. So the first message is that in many ways they're going to want to help raise a young person. So this can mean that this person wants to have a child. One of their biggest ambitions in life is to have a child. It could be adopting a child, but they want to nurture. They want to teach. They want to help. They want to grow with this child. They want to, in many ways, just be a mentor to this child. So that's interpretation number one. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. All right. Interpretation number two with the Knight of Cups reversed, and their ambition in life is to be competent and not fall into an energy of hurtfulness. They don't want to hurt people. So the Knight of Cups, reversed. Well, I guess we can talk about the upright meaning. So the upright meaning of the Knight of Cups as a person, we can see this as someone who is filled with love, right? This Knight of Cups is there to offer you their love. They're there to offer you their heart. They are there to just love. They want to make sure that you know that you can count on them. Emotionally, they're a crying shoulder. You can just depend on this person. Emotionally, they will be there for you. There's this young, beautiful kind of love that radiates out of them. And so this is the energy that your future husband is going to bring to the table. And the fact that it's reversed tells me that they're going to try very hard, very diligently to make sure that is the reality, that is what they achieve, that they're able to actually bring that energy into existence. And you know, it's easier said than done. Sometimes life can be difficult, you know. Sometimes there's reasons to be upset, but this person doesn't want to have any reasons to be upset. And if there are reasons to be upset, this person wants to, in many ways, be able to master the situation to the point that it does not get out of hand, you know. They want to make sure that they don't damage people, that they don't hinder people in any way, that there's no darkness associated with them. All right, so now interpretation number 3 with the Knight of Cups, and I actually think I covered it. But the third thing that I'm seeing with this Knight of Cups is that in many ways they are looking to bring awareness about people that are in some ways bad for you. So I feel like it's a part of their work. It's a part of what they do, you know. This Nine of Swords over here, it's talking about someone who's going through a very negative, dark time. And sometimes when a person is going through these challenging times is because someone unfortunately brought that upon them, you know, hurt them, did something that's just terrible to that person, you know. And so in many ways, you know, it's like they have to try and bring knowledge to the individual about certain people. And with the Knight of Cups reverse, we can interpret that as someone who is emotionally disconnected, you know, psychopathy, sociopaths, you know. These are people that are very, very damaging, right, to be around. Toxic individuals that will take everything from you if you allow them, if you open the door to them. These people are very cunning, they're very malicious, they're evil in many ways. And so the third interpretation is them bringing awareness about these people, telling and assisting whoever their client is, right? We already know their career, Nine of Swords reverse. So whoever this client is, they want to bring awareness about this person. They want to help educate people about this. In many ways, you know, for some of you, I do see like this kind of professor where they're trying to assist, they're trying to bring understanding, you know, they're trying to remove mental blockages through information, through the sharing of information. All right. Now, their personality. We've got the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is reversed, so that's interesting. So their personality, when I look at this and I associate it with all of the other cards in the spread, I see this is someone who is always trying to be as balanced as they can, to make sure that they don't bring any kind of negativity, or to make sure that they don't harm the person that they care about. Again, we already talked about, you know, this person and their emotional interests and the want and desire to make sure that everyone around them is happy. Again, very playful kind of energy, right? So when we look at the Two of Pentacles, I essentially see someone who is trying to be as well balanced as they can be. So they're very careful with their words. They're very careful with how they communicate. They're very careful with their actions. They're just people that are diligent, right? They want to make sure that things are done correctly. They want to make sure that nothing is out of line. And when they act, they want to be as decisive as they can be, because this is the only way that they are going to be able to bring insight. This is the only way that they're going to be able to prove that they are worthy. And so, very interesting. Let's go ahead and throw some oracle cards, try and get some more understanding of who this person is. And the first oracle cards that I want to throw is from the Animal Love. Let me show you the box. The Animal Love oracle cards. All right, so we're just going to throw one, and we're going to see what animal your future husband resonates with the most. You know, this could essentially be their spirit animal, or it could just give us a little more information about them. So let's see how this animal ties in. You've got a grumpy looking cat. That is hilarious. All right, so a cat. By the way, I love cats, and I think that cats are my spirit animals because I keep dreaming about a cat myself, and yeah. So cats are interesting. I love cats. So cat, independent, patient, and present moment. Those are the key words, right? So we've got a patient person, we've got a person that's independent, and we've got a person that worries about the present moment. And you've got even grumpy cats are cute, right? Like, you can't look at a cat and not say it's not cute, even if it's grumpy. So when I look at that card and I try to associate it with your future husband and with all of the cards that have already been presented, what I see is someone who, again, entrepreneurship. You know, they like to do things on their own. They're independent. So, I felt the moment I got the playfulness card, I kind of saw this little mini vision of someone who just wants to have their own business, wants to try and reach people, and wants to try and have some kind of following to assist people and move them forward. Then we've got the Nine of Swords, which ties in perfectly career-wise to that playfulness and what I was seeing. And now we've got more confirmation of that, independent, right? So this isn't the kind of person that's going to go to work 9 to 5 and listen to what a boss has to say and just say, yes sir, yes, I'll do that. That's not that kind of person. Now this is the kind of cat that tells you, get out of my face. All right, get out of my face, fill my bowl, and get out of my face, please. So it's like this person is in many ways someone who has this entrepreneurship pull to them. Patient, in entrepreneurship, you have to be patient. It's unfortunately, that's the draw, that's the downside to entrepreneurship. It takes time. You have to water your garden every day. Garden meaning your entrepreneurship dreams and what you're trying to do, and you have to be very patient, right? And that's the hardest part. So they have that, right, in abundance. They are patient people. And then present moment is the third key word there. And that is beautiful because it speaks towards their playfulness. It speaks towards what they want to do right now. People who are present and in the moment, these people who can truly be that, they tend to be the happiest because they're not thinking about the future. They're not thinking about the past. They're thinking about the present moment. And we all want to be happy. More often than not, when we're feeling anxious, is because we're thinking of the things that we're not doing, right? The things that we should be doing but we don't do. So that brings anxiety. When we're depressed or down, sometimes it's because of the past. We think of the mistakes that we've done in the past and the desire to want to correct that, even though we can't, right? So that depresses us, that brings us down. But if you're in the present moment, you're happy, you're filled with joy. At the very least, that's what you're trying to be, because that's what we all want, right? That's what we all truly desire: happiness, joy, contentment. So beautiful third key word there. Let's go ahead and see what else we get. I'm going to throw a card from the Earthcraft. Let me show you the deck. This is the Earthcraft Oracle by Juliet Diaz and Lorraine Anderson. So we're going to throw just one card. We shuffle. And we're going to see what Earthcraft Oracle card represents your future husband. Droughts. Okay, interesting. So we've got the Drought card. Right? And you've got here a lonely person, lonely woman, just kind of walking through this kind of desolate desert, really hot. And there is drought. There's a bit of famine going on. So interesting. So if we tie all the cards in together with that, it speaks towards the resiliency of this person. All right. So we already know that they're independent and they're patient, right? And so that brings about an energy of entrepreneurship. So in some ways, this person is a strategist. They are able to strategize. How am I going to get through this desert? How am I going to get through this drought? How am I going to get through to the end of this alive and well? Okay, that's very difficult to do. That's why a lot of people, they accept the 9 to 5. That's why a lot of people, they essentially wake up every day and do jobs that unfortunately they're just not happy or content with, right? Because it's easy to do. It's easier than putting it all on the line and going through a period of drought, right? Where you know that you are the only one that has to bring that income, and you have to make it happen, and you have to try and stay as motivated as you possibly can, because it's all on you. It's like you can't just clock in, right? That's out of the question. So it speaks towards that entrepreneurship venture. It speaks to that independent spirit of theirs, and their present moment, right? They know that in the present moment, they have to take steps forward to accomplish, to be successful. They can't take any steps backwards. The only thing that I can do right now is take one step forward. So, interesting card. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what is their dragon. All right, so this deck is from Paolo Berberi. I hope I said that right. This is a Star Dragons Oracle deck, and we're going to see what their Star Dragon is. So let's go ahead and shuffle and reveal it. Resources. Okay, so I don't know. I kind of was expecting this card, which is funny. That's why I laughed when when it was revealed. Resources. So yeah, this person is the kind of person that will find the proper resources. All right, so it's like, when I look at that card and I try and tie it into what we already know about him. Your future husband is someone who's resilient but also resourceful. They know what they need to do. They know how they need to do it. They know what they need to sacrifice. They know when they need to sacrifice it. And they understand that, it takes a certain kind of person and individual to live the life that they want. And so in many ways, this person has vision. They're visionary in nature. They have vision. They have an understanding of what they want, how they're going to do it. They plan ahead. They're strategists by nature. So very interesting. And so they're also very resourceful. And in order to be an entrepreneur, in order to have your own business, in order for you to be able to just be an idea generator and just be successful at this, you have to be resourceful. If you're not resourceful, then unfortunately things are just not going to happen for you. So that's their dragon. Resourcefulness. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw another oracle card. Let's go ahead and do that now. We're going to throw a card of Through the Eyes of the Soul. So let me show you Seekers the Box. Here it is, Through the Eyes of the Soul by Cheryl Jambrock Rose. And we're just going to try and get a little more information about this future husband of yours. So let's go ahead and shuffle. And let's throw. Look at that. I like that card. Embody Ancient Wisdom. And we've got one of the old magus, one of the old sages, right? Just kind of connecting, trying to create magic. So this is a beautiful card. So it seems like your future husband is someone who, in many ways, they like to be very studious. Right? This is a person that takes in knowledge very well. As you can see with this magus here, with this wizard, this person has their eyes wide open. They're looking at something. Again, we already know this person is a visionary. They're very visionary. And so they have a vision for what they want in life. And that vision comes from ancient wisdom. It comes from a knowing that this is what I need to do in order to manifest greatness. And so in many ways, they are people who can maybe read something and see further ahead. There's people like this in life where they read the same information that you're reading, but they make connections that you or I probably wouldn't make. That's a skill. It's almost like by them reading something, they unlock some kind of ancient knowledge that's stored away in their brain, right? They unlock it. And so they're able to, when they obtain some kind of information, they're able to, in some ways, create differently, move differently, manifest differently, because they see more. So that's an interesting card. And that is the last oracle card that I am going to throw, Seekers. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that this reading was helpful. I hope it gave information, as much information about your future husband as possible. Don't forget, seekers, to subscribe, to give this video a like as well. And don't forget to support me on Patreon. Okay, don't forget to sign up. The monthly raffle winner was already announced for June. Go ahead and sign up so that you can be entered into July's raffle. And also let me know if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions for any future pick a cards. I want to hear from you, seekers, so leave the comments down below. Let me know what you would like to see in the next pick a card video. To make it easier for me, go ahead and write pick a card tarot reading in your comment. Write those keywords in your comment, and then at the actual idea of what you want to see, because that way I can search for you. You know, it's been much harder for me to write back to you, seekers. Before, I used to write to everyone. Unfortunately, it's been a little tougher because I'm getting a lot more comments, and I'm trying to put out more pick a card videos. As you seekers have probably noticed, I've been more active. I've been uploading more. So there are a lot of comments that I just unfortunately haven't gotten to. But if you can put pick a card tarot reading and then your idea, I can search for your idea, and it'll pop up, and I'll be able to read it. So thank you so much for your love. Thank you for being present. Thank you, seekers, for everything. I hope everyone has a wonderful, wonderful day or night wherever you are. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number 2, to your future husband, everything about them, pick a card tarot reading. We're going to talk about career, habits, goals, ambitions, their personality. As much information as I can collect and that the tarot card gives us, I will give you. Now, before we get started, I want you to take a moment to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and give the video a like as well, seekers. All right. So, in front of you, you have an oracle card from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck by Dennis Lin. And this is going to represent the theme of the reading. In many ways, it's almost a representation of them, of your future husband, just the energies that they essentially bring to the table. So let's go ahead and take a look. By the way, you picked this beautiful moonstone. So let's go ahead and take a look at the card. Wow, magic. It's funny. It's funny that I felt like talking about the moonstone, and this is what is going to be, it's going to represent who your future husband is. The moonlight enchantment, magic. That is something truly wonderful. So the moonstone is all about psychic ability. It's all about intuition. It's about just understanding certain I would say occult principles, or just principles of magic. You know, this is, when I look at this little combination here, moonlight, enchantment, magic, you know, I'm seeing someone who in many ways can manifest anything that they desire. You know, this is someone who potentially is involved in some kind of visualization magic. You know, this is the kind of person that they may not be full on, you know, occult-like, or they may not be involved in the world to that extent, but in many ways, they are very magic-oriented. They understand that there's something about them that where they're able to manifest true greatness in their lives. And so if they really put their mind to it, if they really put in some kind of work, only they know what they have to do. They're able to just bring about success in whatever area of their life they want, and that is magical in many ways. So let's go ahead and put some tarot cards around this oracle card and try and get a you know, just a better understanding of who your magical future husband is. So we're going to use the Star Tarot. We're going to talk about their career, habits, goals, ambitions, their personality. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I am going to shuffle so we can get a good understanding about this future husband of yours. Alright, so that is career. little bit more about their habits, their goals, ambitions, personality. All right. Interesting. Very interesting. So group number 2, what you have here, and let's just take it step by step. Let's take it card by card. So the first card in the spread is the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles is talking about this person's career. The fact that we've got the Ten of Pentacles is interesting because, you know, it's the Ten of Pentacles is in many ways someone who works with the family. Right? So when I look at this card, I'm thinking family business, family entrepreneurship, or family business. There's another word for it, just family business. So whatever this person is going to do in their career, it is going to involve their family. You know, potentially this could be someone that's inheriting something from a family member. This person could be someone who has a business that's passed down. This person could be someone that's inheriting some kind of money from their family. So, you know, this is kind of passed down wealth, you know, transference of wealth. And it's interesting that we have this card because, you know, there was an interesting article the other day that said that $35 trillion is what's going to be passed from generation to generation within the next 10 years. Because most of the people that have that huge wealth are now in their 70s. So there's going to be some kind of transference of wealth that's going to happen, you know, and this is all around the world. And it's funny that you know, that I'm seeing that here playing out with the Ten of Pentacles, you know. So this is a family business. This is a wealth that's passed down. Very interesting. And the fact that it's their career, you know, I feel like it's almost like they're going to obtain enough money to the point where they're going to just be able to live for the family, be able to live for you guys, right? So, you know, we've got here a beautiful illustration of a beautiful family just being together, loving each other, enjoying each other's company and presence. You know, there's a castle, almost castle-like place in the background. So there's money, there's stability, there's wealth, there's prosperity with this Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like, you know, not only are they going to dedicate their time, their money, their efforts into the family, and potentially start a business, a family business. But I feel that that money that they're going to get, that support, is coming from their family. It's going to be passed down. Now, the second card that we have here is the King of Pentacles. Now, this is a habit, their habit, which is very interesting. Their habit in life is to pursue value in all areas of life, right? So they're really tied, they're really closely tied to this King of Pentacles because they know and what they want and what they're trying to manifest in life is wealth and prosperity. So the King of Pentacles is someone who in many ways knows what to do, how to do it, when to do it, in order to be completely and utterly successful in whatever venture, career venture they choose. And so this is someone who, you know, you're going to find working on their body, working on their health. They're going to be people who potentially are, you know, they want a good lifestyle when it comes to whatever they put into their body. This is a person that's going to wake up, do the necessary things, build a schedule, get things done, knock things off the list of the to-dos. This is not a procrastinator. This person is the complete opposite of a procrastinator. This person is someone that really gets after things. They understand that in order for them to be successful, in order for them to tap into this King of Pentacles energy, they have to be dedicated. All right, so, you know, in many ways, this person is just a go-getter. They don't let things stop them. And so I feel, you know, we talked about it earlier on, and I was trying to find the words for it. Now that we have the cards, I can give you a little more information on what I was trying to say. This magic, this ability that they have to manifest greatness in their lives, it comes from them doing something routinely, and they know that that brings them some success. And what that is their habits. Okay, their habits, that's what leads them. That's their foundation for magic. That's their foundation for glory. That's their foundation for greatness. So in many ways, this magic that we now here know, because we're spiritual people, we understand that when someone has this beautiful, just awesome success, and they have this ability to just create, and that creation is just so beautiful and wonderful, we know as spiritualists that there's magic behind that. And that person is tapping into something truly, truly wonderful and dynamic. But to this person, they see that magic as habits. They're habit building. It's like they know that in order for them to be successful, they have to be habit oriented, or they have to be dedicated, or they have to try and have a schedule. There's this sense of just being a person that pursues value at all times. And they know that that's the only way that true manifestation can come. Actively building, actively participating, actively chasing after what you know you should be doing for that day, not procrastinating at all. So that's how they essentially do magic. Now, and it's funny because, we also have here with the King of Pentacles, a unicorn. So we have the ultimate magical creature here, right, representing spirit. And so, it's like, I feel that that's what this person does. That's essentially how they're able to manifest. They're just very habit oriented, they're very detailed, and they pursue what they know they should be pursuing in that moment. So when we move on to goals, we have the Hanged One reversed. That's interesting, because the Hanged One, is someone who is in many ways able to let go and just accept what's happening around them. Accept and try to enjoy their current situation, their current reality. And so the fact that it's reversed tells me that there's anxiety, there's worries, there's fears, there's this kind of like energy of I don't want to fall behind. And so this person really wants to be successful in life. All right, this person, nothing would be worse to a King of Pentacles than to not have success, right? Because the King of Pentacles is all about success. The King of Pentacles lays the proper foundation, makes sure, double checks, triple checks, quadruple checks, everything, and makes sure that everything is in order, that the structures are going to hold up. This is the king that when everything is falling around them, when the world is falling to pieces, when people need someone, right? This is the king that people come to, because this is the king that's expected to have everything together. All right, that is who your future husband is going to be, the ultimate sword, the ultimate resourceful man. So the Hangman reverse, or the Hanged One reversed, is interesting because I feel that with this being their goals, it tells me that they're always trying to prepare. And so with that comes a sense of stress. Okay, it comes there's a sense of getting worn out or not being able to enjoy what they currently have. The Hangman reverse essentially could indicate someone who just they're so stressed out because they want to make sure that everything is precisely as it should be. They're always checking to make sure, and still they're unsure, right? And that's the mark of of someone who's truly prosperous, right? They're constantly checking, and they want to make sure, but also it can limit people. It can limit them mentally, physically, energetically, because the constant worry just leads to this kind of negative energy, and that negative energy can bring you down. So their goal in life with this Hanged One reversed is trying to enjoy life, right? We already know that this person is going to be very well off financially, right? We already have the Ten of Pentacles, we've got the King of Pentacles representing them. So not only are they going to obtain some kind of large money, or come upon some kind of fortune, or some kind of big financial blessing, but they're going to know what to do with it, right? A lot of people are given money, and they end up broke, right? what's the stat for people that win the lottery? I think like 92% of people that win the lottery end up broke within a year. Crazy stat like that. You know, that's not King of Pentacles energy at all. That's the King of Pentacles reverse, right? So this person, not only are they going to come upon that money, but their habit is going to be able to take that money and increase it, build it up, right? This is as you can see with the King of Pentacles, he's holding on to the tree of life. And so in many ways, it's like they're going to get a seed. That money that they're going to get is a seed. And they know that through their efforts, that seed is going to turn into a beautiful tree. And they're going to be the ones that collect and reap the rewards from that tree after it starts bearing fruit. So in many ways, you know, this person is going to make wise investments, wise decisions in their financial mind. Now, with the hand when reversed, we can be also looking at someone who gets stressed very easily. And so they're trying to overcome that stress. Not only are they trying to enjoy themselves, but they want to overcome that stress. Now, we're moving on to ambitions. What is their ambition? And we've got the Five of Pentacles, right? So as you can see here, we have a bit of a pattern, right? We've got a lot of pentacles, 3 pentacles out of a 5-card spread. So this person is very, very money oriented. Health as well. Health, wealth. These things are extremely important to your future husband. So we've got here very bad storm, okay? You know, 5 of Pentacles is just, it's a very sad kind of energy. It's a very sad card, because what you have here is ruin, financial ruin completely. So you have a poor man walking through a desolate area filled with mountains. So not only does this person have to deal with a cold, but they also have to climb these mountains to get to the other side. So it's just trouble after trouble after trouble financially. And the only thing that's there to assist them is that coat that's going to keep him warm. It's going to provide the bare minimum, the bare necessity for him to stay alive, and his spirit guide, which is that wolf. All right. And that wolf is just kind of, you know, guiding him, assisting him, but he still has to go through that horrible trajectory, those horrible mountainous areas. So when I look at that card, what I see is someone who is in every way, shape, and form trying to avoid that misery. That is their ambition. They are trying to get away from this miserly reality here. And so they don't want this. Like, this is a huge, huge fear in life. You know, every day that they wake up, their primordial thought is, today, I am going to make sure that I don't end up like this. I do not want this for myself. I want to be prosperous. I want to be financially stable. I want for my family to be happy, to be financially stable, to assist, to help. Now, one thing that I saw with their career, the Ten of Pentacles, is philanthropy. You know, someone that's charitable, someone that starts some kind of, you know, charity, a non-profit organization. So I feel like, you know, depending on how much money, and obviously, you know, take what resonates, leave the rest. And obviously, for a lot of you, it's going to be different totals. Not everyone is going to get the same amount of money. But depending on the amount of money that they receive from their family, from whatever's passed down, they're going to invest and aid in the process of homelessness. So in many ways, I think that their passion and their desire and their shining light, let's call it a shining light. Their shining light in this world is their desire to help with homelessness. Okay, so that is why we have this as an ambition, because what we have here is a homeless man, right? Homeless people. So this person is going to try and help homeless people, people that are dispossessed, people that are downtrodden, people that have been forgotten by society altogether, people that need a hand, people that truly, truly need help. And so I feel like this person is charitable. You know, you have a charitable person here, right? The King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles is someone that values their money. The King of Pentacles is someone that makes sure their foundation is stable. They want to make sure that they are well off. But once they have an excess, they understand that in order for them to be able to be complete, in order for them to be able to, in many ways, be able to give to the world and to, in many ways, make spirit happy and to bring balance, is for them to give some of that excess away. And they're going to do it by aiding homelessness. That's going to be their main priority, homeless people. All right, so we're moving on to personality. And personality, we've got the Two of Wands. And this is interesting, all right, because what I'm seeing with this Two of Wands is wildness. Wildness. I'm getting, group number one also had a bit of an entrepreneurship feel to them, but not as much as this one, right? Like, this person is truly an entrepreneur. Like, this person revels in it, and I feel like, this is the kind of like venture capitalist that likes to set up businesses, create businesses that assist others, businesses that might be good for the environment, businesses that might be good for society, entrepreneurship ventures completely. This is the person that knows how to use technology to their benefit, right? That's another beautiful benefit, or another beautiful reality of the King of Pentacles, that they know how to use technology. And what I see with the Two of Wands is wildness, right? The Two of Wands is the card of planning, right? The person that wakes up and plans everything perfectly. It's like, today we're going to do this, today we're going to do that, and then they want to they live their life constantly planning. And even though with the King of Pentacles, I did say that this person had a foundation and they enjoyed planning and they saw the benefit in it, when it comes to their personality, when it comes to that side of them, that's interacting, that you interact with, that you are constantly around, there isn't that. What I see is someone who is in many ways wild. And so you can reason with this person, so maybe they have a plan, or they know that they want to do something for that day, but you also want to do something for that day. And if it means the family unit coming together and being happy and joyous and just potentially, yielding some kind of result from that, they will adjust and they will change up their schedule to meet the family needs, right? Because this is in every way a family man. Ten of Pentacles talks about that, family man. So that is a part of their personality. This person values the happiness of everyone in the family. This future husband understands that in order for them to be happy and complete and content, the family must be happy, complete, and content. So they're willing to, bring on that energy of wildness. And with that wildness comes fun. It comes excitement, joy. With that wildness comes, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and leave for the weekend, right? Let's go somewhere new. Let's go somewhere more exciting, more fun, right? Let's plan an escape, right? So that's kind of what I see with this Two of Wands energy reversed. Wildness in the most beautiful of ways. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw some more oracle cards. We're going to start with the Animal Love Oracle deck. So let me show you guys the box, Animal Love Oracle cards. So I'm going to throw just one card. Let me go ahead and shuffle. Let's see, this is kind of going to represent their animal spirit. And let's see what keywords we get here as well. Look at that, you've got the seahorse. That's nice, seahorse. And the keywords with the seahorse is partnerships, perception, knight, and shining armor. Beautiful keywords with these seahorses, right? So my goodness. So, we talked about it, right? Very briefly about the Ten of Pentacles, about family man. We talked about someone who is present and makes sure that everyone is happy, filled with joy, contentment. So in many ways, what I see here is someone who is present for the family, right? Partnerships. They like to make sure that everyone is happy. Also, with partnerships, it talks about their entrepreneurship side as well, right? So this person likes to partner with people. This person likes to assist people. So I wouldn't be surprised if they have a business and they want to merge with another business so that they can make the business bigger, more prosperous, or they want to sell the business to make a money, yield results, yield some kind of return from that, take that money, reinvest it into another business, right? So partnerships really talks a lot about their pentacle mind, right? We've got 5 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 3 Pentacles that have a 5-card spread. Their goal, their desire, their mind is about success in the physical. So the other key words, right? Perception, knight in shining armor. And so perception is a very strong, powerful, beautiful word. And the reason why it's because, this person perceives things very easily. They perceive what they want. They perceive things that essentially are not so self-evident to other people. It's almost like they understand that the wave of the future is entrepreneurship. And they know that they need to move in this area. It's like, it's not an option for them to go to work and have a full-time job and possibly go to school and get a degree and be able to hang it on the wall. That's not enough. It's unfortunately automation is going to disrupt industries in the next 10 years that we've never seen. I mean, we're talking about doctors, we're talking about lawyers, we're talking about some careers that we view now and say, wow, that's, what how prestigious, right? To be able to be that. Well, in the next few years, AI is going to take those jobs. So this person knows entrepreneurship is the wave of the future. And so they have to readjust. They know what they need to do. Now it's just about going after it. Again, very King of Pentacles energy. They know where the money is at. They can perceive the shifting and the changes that are taking place. They can see where the waves are. They can avoid the pitfalls, and they can find that pot of gold. Where so the Knight in Shining Armor. Knight in Shining Armor is interesting because I guess we can tie that into the 10 of Pentacles. They're Knight in Shining Armors. They're heroes to their family. That's really the only thing that I can see here. Oh well, not really, because we do have the 5 of Pentacles. We did talk about their desire to help the homeless, right? Homeless men, homeless women, homeless people, homeless children, right? So Knight in Shining Armor, in many ways, yeah, that really ties in there, because they want to help people. They want to help homelessness. They want to help and make a difference in the world. So that there's a connection there. They're also like that with their family as well. All right, so let's go ahead and throw another oracle card. We're going to throw an Earthcraft oracle. So this is from Juliet Diaz, and we're just going to throw one of these Earthcraft cards. Let's see if we can get more information about this Knight in Shining Armor of yours. Spirit Weaver. Oh wow, Spirit Weaver. This one is interesting. Yeah, this person is definitely a manifester, a creator, a doer. And this card just speaks to their ability to bring about change in the world. And in many ways, it comes from their balancing, from their being able for them to just accept reality and taking that reality and making something out of it. So there is a sense of resourcefulness with this person, In many ways, I feel like this person is someone whose greatest battle is going to be being able to be happy, and that's why we've got the Spirit Weaver with the Hangman reversed. It's like they're constantly trying to find balance in their life, and balance means being happy with what you've achieved, not feeling stressed, not feeling anxious, just feeling well balanced, being completely happy, being able to just enjoy life, right? And I guess, looking at who this person is and their ability to go out in the world, see the misery that's out there and try and make a change, that can really bring someone down, right? Which I feel it's why they're so motivated to bring change in this area, because they don't want that misery in the world. They want to bring that change. And so this is how they're going to bring balance to themselves. Spirit Weaver. And they're very well connected with the desires of Spirit, right? Spirit wants to bring balance, wants to bring contentment, wants to bring enlightenment to people and humanity. And so, this is the energy that this person in many ways understands. They may not be very involved in this kind of realm. They understand it though. They comprehend it. They know it. They embody it. They're the physical manifestation of spirit. I hope that some of you can truly understand what that means. Some people are just very, very spiritual, but they don't really do anything, right? They're kind of just always, in their heads, or they're always trying to connect to the higher realms, but they're complacent. They don't really act. They don't do. They don't manifest. Things are much slower, and so potentially, there's benefits to that. Absolutely. This person is kind of the other. It's like the opposite side to that. They understand spirit. They understand how to connect to that source. But they're the perfect representation of the mundane, the here and now, the physical. These are doers. They do. They're constantly finding value in the world. They don't stop. So interesting, very dynamic, very interesting energy with this person. All right, so let's go ahead and find out what their dragon is. Yes, you heard me right. Their dragon. We're going to throw a Star Dragon Oracle card. This is the Oracle deck from Paolo Barberi. And we're going to see what dragon they resonate with the most. Let's take a look. Culmination. Look at that. Powerful dragon. Culmination, completion, and renewal. Absolutely, completion and renewal. And the number 27, which in numerology, that's the number of the all-star. That's the number of the table setter. That's the number of the champion. So in many ways, this person is a champion. Right in line with the keyword that we got with the seahorse, right? Not in shining armor. This person is very much about starting something and completing it. This person is not going to start something and just, go halfway and then stop and quit. This is not a quitter. This is a person that will run until they reach their destination. As a matter of fact, their biggest challenge in life, their shadow, is their inability to stay still. Hangman, enjoying where they are in life right there. And maybe that's what you're going to, bring to this relationship, that calming energy. That, and so in many ways you're just going to kind of take the edge off, because this person is constantly going to, be seeking value and be wanting to move forward, and potentially they're going to be very hard on themselves, thinking I'm not doing enough, when really they're killing it, like they're crushing the game, right? They're taking care of business, but they just don't see it that way, because they think that they constantly need to be doing things, but they don't see their mastery. And so it's up to you to remind them of that, to show them that mastery. All right, so we're going to throw one more oracle. This is through the eyes of the soul. Through the eyes of the soul. This is from Cheryl Jambroch Rose. Hope I said that right. We're just going to throw one card. Let's see. All right, this is an interesting card. Become your own sovereign. This is such a powerful card, and it really speaks volumes about this person. All right, like this person they're going to create so much. They're going to create a world to themselves and for others, and they're in many ways going to bring wealth, prosperity to the world. They're going to assist, and it's like, this is you, right? This is your family. This is like the totality of this relationship. So in many ways, this is a very prosperous kind of person. Your future husband is definitely someone that's going to be a person of great value. Okay? Interesting card. All right, so that brings us to the end of the reading. Group number 2, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Also, don't forget to support me on Patreon. I would just announce the winner for June's private reading with me. I'm currently working on their private reading. So, if you want to be entered into July's raffle for a free private reading with me, please go ahead and visit my Patreon. The link is going to be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, Seekers. I'm sorry that I haven't been able to respond to everyone's comments. it's been tougher. As you can probably see, I'm putting out many more pick a card tarot readings. I went from doing 1 a week to about 3 to 4 a week. So I plan on doing more of that. It's just been difficult because there's much more comments now. And my time is now limited because I have to do private readings, as well as the pick a card readings, as well as weekly readings for the Patreon. So, my time is limited, so I haven't been able to respond as quickly as I would to all of the people, on YouTube that leave comments. But I want you to know that I have been reading them. Thank you so much. If you have a pick a card idea, please make it easier for me to find your idea. Make sure to include the words pick a card, and then once you put pick a card, make sure that then after shortly after that to actually put the idea that you have, and that way I can search for pick a card and I can find your idea for the next pick a card tarot reading. So do that for me. Thank you once again, seekers. I love every single one of you. Bye-bye. Welcome, group number 3. Welcome to today's pick a card tarot reading, where I will give you everything about your future husband, career, habits, goals, ambitions, personality, just as much information as I can provide you with. All right, so first, I want to remind you, seekers, to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to give this video a like as well. And also, don't forget to support me on Patreon. The link is down below. So, let's get started, seekers. In front of you, you have an oracle card from the Sacred Forest. All right, and it's going to represent, by the way, this Sacred Forest is by Dennis Lee. This oracle card is going to represent your future husband's, I guess, their essence, who they are at their core. Let's go ahead and take a look. You picked it a beautiful turquoise stone. Love it. Protection. And it's so interesting that I was just talking about that turquoise, because that is the stone of protection. In some ways, we can see it that way. And now you've got this beautiful protection card, and you've got a stag as well here. So that's beautiful. What I am seeing with your future husband is someone who has this energy of knight in shining armor. And coincidentally, the knight in shining armor was one of the key words for group 2. But this resonates with them so beautifully. They want to protect. They want to try and bring this energy of prosperity to the family unit. And so, it comes with their desire to provide, their desire to be everything to the family. There's a sense of sacrifice with them. This is a very sacrificial kind of energy. They want for there to be success. They want for there to be happiness. They're willing to sacrifice anything that they need to sacrifice in order to make that a reality for you, for the family. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and throw some tarot. We're going to start with the Star Tarot. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. And we're going to go ahead and take a look. Let's go ahead and talk about career, habits, goals, ambitions, and their personality. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look. Career, their habits, their goals, their ambitions, and a little bit about their personality. Alrighty, let's go ahead and take a look at this. You've got some very dynamic cards here. Very dynamic cards. You've got 4 major arcanas in a 5 card spread. And this is interesting. This it speaks about someone who in many ways they desire greatness, but also it speaks about someone that will do great things. It speaks about someone who is very connected, connected to source, connected to destiny, connected to purpose. They're definitely going through a journey, the hero's journey. And so, at the end of this is complete transformation. And that transformation transcends, it transcends into the world and the mundane. So this person is someone that will do great things. And, we have to include you because obviously they're going to do great things together with you. But let's go ahead and take it card by card, step by step. So the first card that we're going to look at is the Hermit. And this is their career. So interestingly enough, we've got the Hermit, right? And when I look at this card and I try to attach a career to it, I see a professor. I see someone who's teaching, who's illuminating, who is exposing darkness, exposing the shadows. In many ways, I feel like this person is going to be a professor, and the Hermit can also be talking about a writer, someone who is able to take their wisdom and take what they've seen, what they've exposed, what they've learned as they've, gone through gone through some introspection, and put it into words, and just be able to tell a beautiful story. So that is kind of what I'm seeing here with their career when I look at the Hermit. Now, for their habits, we've got the Judgment card reversed. And so that is a very interesting card. Now, the fact that you've got it reversed shouldn't worry you. It really is just talking about what they're trying to avoid, what they're trying to get away from. And so the fact that it's reversed tells me that they want to do things the right way. They want to act accordingly. And so I feel like this person is in some ways very correct, right? So the Judgment card, you've got here the eye of an eagle, representing the divine, kind of staring down at you. We've got a rainbow that connects that eagle with your future husband, and there's this sense of I know, I see, and I'm going to help you from the divine. And there's a communication, there's an open dialogue between the divine and your future husband. And so it's like this person is someone that likes to act correct. They want to make sure that they do things the right way. I think that one of their biggest fears in life is not doing the correct thing, right? So the fact that this is like their habit, right? The habit is to want to do everything according to something. I feel like maybe this person might have some kind of maybe religious belief, or some kind of understanding or some kind of thought pattern that they follow. Maybe this has been passed down from their family members. They've learned this from somewhere. So there's rituals. There's this pattern that they follow, and they don't want to deviate from it. And for some reason, I'm seeing a person who is just extremely correct. Like they want to do everything correct, right? Maybe they're the type of person that's very stat driven or research driven. So for example, the research shows that a family with a mother and a father is better, because the child needs to identify with with both, right? So that's just an example. They're going to look at that study and that research. They're going to dissect it and they're going to embody it, right? So this isn't someone that is going to in any way say, okay, look, I reject this, this truth, even though it's scientifically based, or it's got some kind of scientific undertone. I'm not going to go with that. I'm just going to kind of live life and allow things to happen to me. I don't think that this is that kind of person. I think this is the kind of person that really just takes a good view of the landscape, takes a good view of what has worked, what hasn't, and then they just kind of they try and live their life based on that truth and that reality, where other people might just they want to experience life for themselves. They want to try and live and go through different experiences and then make a decision. Okay, I choose to live life this way. I'm not going to allow someone to tell me based on some kind of statistic that this is how you ought to live. I'm going to do it for myself, right? Some people are like that to the extreme. This person, I feel that there is a bit of extreme when it comes to doing the right thing, right? They want to do the right thing. What they feel is the right thing for themselves, what society tells them is the right thing. So the second card is goals. The third card is goals. And we've got the Hierophant, which further strengthens the idea that this person might have some kind of religious belief. You've got the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is here being represented as a shaman, right? This is the illustration here is of a shaman, and this shaman is very well connected to the source. As you can see, there's a beam of stars or small little stars, connecting this shaman to the divine. And those stars represent guidance. So there's guidance being given from the divine. There's an understanding of the presence of the divine. And so this shaman is able to, in many ways, kind of manifest this beautiful ritualistic process here. And, I feel like this shaman is doing it to be prosperous, to be successful. That's why you've got the bull here on one side. And also they want to make sure that their family, their friends, the people that they care about are well off, which is why you've got the representation of the bear. Every time I see the bear, there's this sense of motherliness. There's a sense of just taking care of your own. So this Hierophant, the fact that this card is reversed is because this is like another fear of theirs, right? This is like another thing that they are really trying very hard to not fail at. So their goal in life is to be connected to the source in the most profound way, because this thought process, this way, the way that they're living life, right, it's tied to some kind of belief system. So this person could be very spiritual, very profoundly spiritual. But whatever spirituality they're following, whatever understanding that they have in mind, it's based on a set of ritualistic processes, and so they follow that religiously, right? So with the Hierophant reversed, what I'm seeing here is that their greatest fear is to be disconnected from that. So in many ways, this has brought them a lot of understanding, a lot of knowledge. It's brought them worth, stability, and also, I for some reason now the stag just kind of, peeked his head out at me again, and this stag, it's worthy it's worthy to be talked about more profoundly, because the stag is a leader. And so what I feel is that this person might be a leader in whatever, religious belief or whatever spiritual belief, or, I feel like it's to the point where there might be a community, right? Think of a coven, or think of potentially being, a pastor, or being someone that's, in charge of this, of this body of people, is what I'm seeing here. So that's why they're so tied to this belief system, because they're in many ways, they're part of the leadership of this. That's why we've got stag spirit here. Okay. Now their ambitions, we've got the Temperance reversed. And so, actually, no, I'm sorry. Ambitions is the Three of Cups. I got confused. So Ambitions is the Three of Cups reversed. They want to be very happy in life. This is another fear of theirs, all right? So, this person is a bit of a worry word. This person worries a lot, okay? So this is one of their shadow sides. Nothing to be worried about. Obviously, we all have shadows. We cannot avoid that. It's, we all have shadows. All we can do is expose them, learn to kind of live with them, understand them, so that we can live our best life and manifest greatness for ourselves. So one of this person's shadows, the fact that there's so many reversals, is worry. There's a sense of worry. And I feel very strongly that it just comes from their belief system. You know, it comes from their understanding. I feel that they had a very kind of spiritual, religious upbringing, and so it's hard for them to get away from that, right? Now, the fact that we've got protection, the fact that we've got the guardians of the land, you know, this is a person that's going to, in many ways, provide you with what you need, right? This relationship is something that's truly going to enrich you. It's going to be something that you want. You know, I see someone who's just very dedicated to their family, to their friends, very honorable kind of spirit with this person. But there are internal struggles, right? This is kind of their shadow. There's a constant worry. Am I doing the right thing? Am I failing at this? Am I failing at that? And so, you know, it might be your priority and kind of job to remind this person that they are doing the right thing. Remind them that you know, not to be so extreme when it comes to potentially judging themselves, you know. So it might fall on you to take the edge off of this future husband of yours, because they put a lot of weight on their shoulders. It's heavy weight that they're going to put on themselves. So what I am seeing with the Three of Cups is that their ambition, right, what they truly want in life, is to be happy. So, you know, you've got here the Three of Cups reversed, and the Three of Cups is one of my favorite one of my favorite cards, because it talks about happiness, right? It talks about joy. You've got here three women holding up three cups in complete celebration. And there's just a sense of joy. There's a sense of wanting to be around each other. Celebratory times around the corner. And so the fact that this card is reversed tells me that they're fearful that that's something that they can't achieve, right? So it's interesting. It's very interesting that we've got the Three of Cups reversed. That's talking about their ambition in life being happiness, right? Especially when we have these other cards reversed, because it's telling me that in some ways they are unhappy, and so they're constantly fighting that. Why am I unhappy? Why do I feel so unhappy? Why do I feel this way? You know, am I doing the right thing? And so I feel like, you know, with the Judgment card reverse and the Hierophant reverse, and them holding themselves to that to a certain standard that's so maybe I would say, what's the word I'm looking for? To a standard and an ideal that's in many ways restrictive. That's the word I'm looking for. It's restrictive, right? And so I feel like maybe they might not venture out into other areas that they wish that they could, right? Maybe they won't read certain books. They won't watch certain things. They won't entertain those things. And if they do, they feel bad for entertaining those things and actually trying to learn from those things. And so in many ways, there's this constant battle of them trying to function in society, living in life, and accepting the changes that go on around them, right? So, you know, for some reason, I'm seeing a very conservative kind of person here. You know, this is a person that has a very conservative kind of uprising. I'm sorry, not uprising, but a very conservative kind of belief system or childhood. They were brought up this way. So it's hard for them to get away from that. It's hard for them to, in many ways, just, you know, adapt to anything new. Because, you know, conservatives tend to be that way. Conservatives are very, very difficult to move and change and shift. And, you know, conservatives make very good managers, in many ways, very good teachers. They are the people that protect the current system. But when you tell a conservative, hey, we have this new way of thinking, we have this new thought process, it's all new and exciting, what do you think? Immediately the conservative is gonna say, whoa, wait a minute, that's too quick, that's too fast, what are we doing here, right? We already have a system that works. Why are we trying to introduce anything new into the system? Wait a minute. And so, you know, that's there's like a constant kind of like battle, because they want the newness, right, that the liberals kind of have to offer, but also they have a very conservative kind of childhood, or they have a conservative base, and so it's hard for them to get away from that. All right, so personality, Temperance reversed. Again, It's exactly what I was what I've been talking about, right? That's just a it's the perfect card to represent the ebb and flows inside of them. Okay, this is the perfect card. The fact that it's reversed tells me that there's battles going on internally, emotionally, between, you know, is this good, is this bad, is this good, is this bad, you know, how does this apply to what I already know, how is this going to benefit me, how is it not, you know, and so yeah, it's there's definitely an internal struggle, but again, you know, this isn't something that you need to worry too much about. I feel like even though this is a shadow side of theirs, and they're going to dedicate a lot of their time to try and vanquish it or try and live with it, they are going to be very successful at it because it's their main focus, right? This is what their ambition in life is. They want to be happy. They want to allow for changes to occur and for them not to react so extremely to it. So even though they have a conservative upbringing, it's not going to impact them too much as an adult to the point where it's going to just, you know, make the relationship a bit stale or make the relationship a bit too chaotic. In many ways, it's going to provide a very beautiful foundation, which is why they resonate so beautifully with this protection card, with this guardian of the land. And they're going to try and bring peace and happiness to their lives with all of the changes that are going on. I mean, you know, we can't get away from it. There's a lot of changes happening, and things are only going to keep changing, right? There's more and more, I would say, dynamic energies that are coming here to Earth and are trying to bring about change. And this is going to continue. And so this person's mission in life and this person's ambition in life is going to try and he's going to try and be peaceful with everything that's going on. It's essentially what I'm trying to say. So let's go ahead and throw some oracle cards. We're going to start with the Animal Love oracle cards. Let me show you the box, Animal Love oracle cards. This is from Nadine Gordon Taylor. We're going to see what their animal spirit is, shall we? Or at least the animal that's just very closely tied to them, their energies. Let's take a look. Oh wow, you got fireflies. This is beautiful, especially because I just saw a firefly the other day outside, and I have some very beautiful memories of fireflies when I was a child. But anyways, fireflies, autonomy, illumination, and new ideas. This is beautiful, and I feel like this is such a beautiful card to get now after you know, we talked about some shadows, after we talked about going through this kind of journey where they're, you know, learning. So anyways, let's talk about this. So one of the key words with the fireflies is new ideas. And with the tarot cards, we essentially identified that this person is going to have difficulties with new ideas, new thought patterns, new energies, because they have a very conservative base, and conservatives, they tend to be very slow and very reactive to any kind of drastic change, right? So one of the things that they're going to really work very hard to achieve in their life is happiness with the changes that take place. So the fact that we've got new ideas here in fireflies tells me that this unbalance, this emotional unbalance that's going on inside of them, they're going to be able to live with it very beautifully. They're going to be able to find a resolution to it. And they're going to, in many ways, be illuminated, right? That's another key word with the fireflies, illumination. So at some point, they're going to be able to see the benefit of one side and be able to see the benefit of the other side and reach a place of complete balance between the twos, right? Between the two people that have these new ideas and the conservatives that tend to just want for everything to remain the same. So illumination, understanding, you know, reaching a place of just peace through understanding. That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, so we're gonna throw a card from the Earthcraft. Let me show you the box, Earthcraft. This is from Julia Diaz, Lorraine Anderson. we're just gonna throw one card, and we're gonna let that card speak to us about this future husband of yours. Let's see what we get. We have got here, accept your gifts. All right, okay. So here we go. This is an interesting card. Beautiful card to get. Accept your gifts. So in many ways, this is a confirmation of the resolution that your future husband is going to go through. All right. We've dedicated a lot of this reading to really just give you the plain, honest truth of what the cards are telling me. Right, so, and I feel like maybe there is this fear for some of you. Potentially there's this, you know, kind of like head scratching, like, okay, what does that even mean? But I feel like this person is going to go through a shift of acceptance in their lives. They're going to go through a shift of accepting who they are, how far they've come. The fact that we've got here, accept your gifts, and we've got what seems to be a fortune teller holding a crystal ball, tells me that your future husband is going to have some very wonderful abilities to see into the future, right? So this person is probably a seer, a person that can look ahead, that can understand what's going to happen. And so I feel like maybe that's why they're so spiritual, but it's spiritual with a very religious undertone, right? So I don't want to name any kind of religions because that's not really self-evident. But, you know, there is definitely spirituality here with this person with a very religious foundation. So I feel like, you know, this person is going to be able to accept their gifts, what they are. And I feel like this is very beautiful psychic ability, being able to kind of see further ahead, understand certain things, you know, very intuitive. They're going to be able to accept that and maybe even apply it in their life and use it to assist people, right? We already know that their career is the Hermit. This is an energy of shining a light towards dark places and illuminating, right? And we already know that they resonate very well with the Fireflies, which is the key word of illumination. So this person is going through a hero's journey. They are going through a process of self-discovery. They're going to go through a process of I wouldn't say healing, but mostly understanding, right? It's understanding. It's accepting. It's reaching a place of contentment and happiness. And once they do that, they're going to be able to just bring that beautiful, wonderful insight, knowledge, and understanding to other people, other conservatives, other people that were maybe had the same upbringing, right? They're going to be able to bring peace to those people and be able to help those people maybe through a transition of new ideas and new beliefs, and be able to kind of integrate, you know, the old conservative way with maybe some of the new liberal ideas, you know, find a middle ground to these two, right? And be completely happy so that you can essentially be balanced. Interesting. All right, so we're going to go ahead and throw a card from Through the Eyes of the Soul. Okay, so Through the Eyes of the Soul, this is by Cheryl Yambrush Rose. So we're going to throw just one of these cards, and we're just going to let these cards tell us a little more about this future husband of yours. So let's go ahead and shuffle. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And here we are. All right. Look at this. Looking through the mists, find the mystery. I mean, come on, right? It doesn't get any more obvious than this. We're just kind of getting the same message over and over again. So this is another confirmation of who they are, right? They're going to be able to kind of, in many ways, get through whatever problems or limitations are in front of them, right? So the fact that we have this card saying that there's a mist tells me that there's definitely a journey that they're going to take in trying to get past any kind of limiting thought patterns. Okay, it's as easy as I can put it. They're going to try and get through these limiting thought patterns. They're going to try and be as open-minded as they can be. They have to go through this journey. I feel, because it's closely tied to their purpose in life. They have to experience this, you know, this. They have to experience just different phases of life. They have to see it. They have to live it. They have to experience it. They have to embody it. So, you know, I wouldn't be surprised again if they in their life with you, or just who they are, what they're maybe even currently going through. They're really trying to make the change from this very strong religious belief into a more maybe open, more spiritual, more accepting belief system. Right? So there's a journey that they need to go through, and yeah, it's a very difficult journey, but they're going to be victorious. They're going to be able to find the mystery. All right, so let's go ahead and throw another card. Let me see. Okay, yeah, I forgot where I had put those cards, but here we are. So we're going to find out what their dragon is. You heard me right, I said dragon. We're going to throw a Star Dragon Oracle card. This is from Paolo Barberi. And let's see what dragon is going to represent them. Let's go ahead and shuffle. Wow, look at that. Knowledge. This is the dragon that represents them, the dragon of knowledge. It makes perfect sense. Now we understand. Now we've come through to a resolution with this reading. This card ties in this reading perfectly because it's talking about their journey and why they need to go through this journey of discovery. And that's to build knowledge. That's to build understanding. About how people are living, about how people think, right? There's no better way to build knowledge than to actually embody a philosophy, to live it, to experience it, be involved, you know? So there's no greater kind of knowledge building. They need that knowledge in order to assist them, in order to take them towards their destiny, right? So beautiful card to get. And that's it. That does it for our reading. Thank you so much for watching group number 3. Don't forget to subscribe, give the video a like, and support me on Patreon, seekers. The winner for the free private reading with me has been announced for June. Now you'll have a chance to win again on July. So the link is going to be down in the description for that Patreon. Sign up. You'll be entered to hopefully win that free reading with me. And I want to thank every single one of you. Let me know if there's anything that I can do for you. If you have any ideas for any future pick a cards, I want to hear what those ideas are. So go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. It's been very difficult for me to read all of the new comments just because there's so many. So please, if you can include in your comment pick a card ideas. If you have any ideas for any future pick a cards, include pick a card ideas in the comment itself. That way I can search for your comment. If you do that, I can search for your comment, and that way I can make a list of all of the pick a card tarot reading ideas that you seekers provide me with. So I would appreciate that. Thank you so much. I love every single one of you, and bye-bye.